A family enters the woods for a peaceful hike. Minutes later, two are dead, and the killer is a schoolteacher with no motive. If you're drawn to the stories they don't want you to hear, like, comment, and subscribe. This is Beneath the Narrative, Part 1, The Forest Beckons. Devil's Den. State Park is a place of quiet majesty. Nestled deep in the Ozark Mountains of northwest Arkansas, it's known for its rugged trails, limestone crevices, and the kind of silence that feels ancient. Locals say the name comes from the jagged terrain, where shadows linger and the wind seems to whisper. But in June 2024, the park earned its name in a way no one could have imagined. Cristen Brink, 44, and his wife Cristen, 39, had recently moved to Arkansas from Washington State. They were looking for a slower pace, a place where their daughters could grow up surrounded by nature. Cristen was a software engineer, quiet, methodical, deeply devoted to his family. Cristen worked in education, known for her warmth and fierce protectiveness. Together they were building a new life. On the morning of June 15th, they packed light for a short hike. Their daughters, ages 7 and 9, were excited. It was a warm Saturday, the kind of day that invites you to wander. The family parked near the trailhead and began walking. The girls skipped ahead, laughing at the way the sunlight danced through the canopy. Cristen and Cristen followed hand in hand. They didn't know they were being watched. Part 2. The Attack. The trail they chose was popular, well-marked, scenic, and considered safe. But half a mile in, the serenity shattered. According to police reports, Cristen was attacked first. The assailant emerged suddenly, stabbing him in a brutal, frenzied assault. There was no warning, no words, just violence. Cristen reacted instantly. She got her daughters to safety, pushing them down the trail, away from the chaos. But she didn't run. She turned back. Investigators believe Cristen returned to help her husband. She may have tried to fight off the attacker. She may have tried to save Cristen. But she didn't survive. Both were found dead. Multiple stab wounds. The murder weapon, a knife. The killer left behind blood, his own. The Brink's daughters were found alone on the trail by another hiker. They were frightened, silent. They had witnessed the horror. Their parents had died protecting them. Part 3. The Man in the Barber Shop. The investigation moved quickly. Park rangers secured the area. State police arrived within hours. Evidence was collected. Footprints, blood samples, surveillance footage from nearby roads. DNA analysis revealed a match. The suspect had left behind his own blood at the scene. That led investigators to a barbershop in Springdale, about 30 miles north of the park. There, in the middle of a haircut, sat Andrew James McGann. He was 28 years old, a newly hired teacher. He had not yet begun work. He had no known connection to the Brinks. When questioned, McGann confessed. His arrest shocked the community. A teacher, a random attack, a family destroyed. Part 4. A Disturbing Past. McGann's background painted a troubling picture. He had taught 5th grade in Oklahoma and Texas. There were complaints, favoritism, poor judgment, erratic behavior. Though no inappropriate conduct was confirmed, he was placed on leave and eventually resigned. He passed background checks. He was hired again. But something had unraveled. Neighbors described him as quiet, withdrawn. He lived alone. He had few friends. He rarely spoke of his past. Investigators found items in his home consistent with being involved in the crime. He had injuries on his hands, cuts sustained during the attack. He had no alibi, no motive, no connection to the victims. Police believe it was a completely random event. But was it? Part 5, The Psychology of Violence. Experts have weighed in. Some believe McGann may suffer from untreated mental illness. Others suggest suppressed rage, a break from reality, or a compulsion triggered by stress. There was no manifesto, no warning signs visible to the public. But beneath the surface, something was broken. The randomness of the attack is what makes it so terrifying. The Brinks did nothing to provoke it. They were simply in the wrong place at the wrong time. And yet the killer chose that trail, that moment, that family. Was it truly random? Or was something darker at play? Part 6. The Children. The Brinks' daughters are now in the care of family members. They are safe. But they carry trauma no child should endure. They witnessed the murder of their parents. They ran for their lives. They waited alone in the woods, unsure if help would come. Their story is one of survival, but also of unimaginable loss. Counselors have been brought in. The community has rallied. Donations poured in to support the girls, but no amount of money can erase what they saw. Their parents died protecting them. That truth is both devastating and heroic. Part 7. The legal battle. McGann faces 2 counts of capital murder. Prosecutors will seek the death penalty. The trial is expected to be lengthy, with expert testimony, forensic evidence, and emotional witness accounts. The Springdale School District issued a statement. "We are devastated. We are cooperating fully. Our hearts are with the victims." But questions remain. How did he pass background checks? What signs were missed? Could this have been prevented? The case has sparked debate about hiring practices, mental health screenings, and the responsibilities of institutions. But for the Brinks family, those questions come too late. Part 8. The park reopens. Devil's Den is quiet again. The trail has reopened, but the forest remembers. Locals say the air feels different now. Hikers walk with caution. Rangers patrol more frequently. The memory of that day lingers. A memorial was placed near the trailhead. Flowers, photos, a plaque honoring Clinton and Cristen Brink. Their story is one of horror, but also of courage. In their final moments, they chose love over fear. Part 9. Beneath the narrative. What drives a man to kill strangers in the woods? Was it truly random? Or was something darker at play? Mental illness, suppressed rage, or something more sinister? The Devil's Den case forces us to confront the fragility of safety, the unpredictability of violence, and the haunting reality that evil doesn't always wear a mask. Sometimes it wears a teacher's badge. Sometimes it walks beside us in silence. Sometimes it waits in the woods. Part 10. Legacy. Clinton and Cristen Brink were more than victims. They were parents, partners, protectors. Their daughters will grow up with scars, but also with the knowledge that their parents gave everything to save them. Their story deserves to be told, not just as a cautionary tale, but as a testament to love, bravery, and the human spirit. In the heart of the Ozarks, where the trees whisper and the rocks remember, their legacy endures, and the trail where Innocence died will never be the same.